What's going on, you guys? So, it's been a minute since I've done a build update where I've gone through and kind of given a crash course on everything I've done to the car. So, if you haven't watched all the previous videos, most of what I'm about to cover is in that. So, head on back, check those out. But for now, I'm going to run you guys through a little crash course of what I got done. So for starters, in the back of the car here, obviously we have our new quarter panels mounted on the car. What is it leaning on? As you can see, we actually got all the back of the car cut out. If you watched the video where we actually cut all this stuff out, you would have noticed we actually had a lot of material left here. So we went ahead, cut the rest of that out, and kind of cleaned it up. Made it a little bit nicer over here because it was pretty ugly the way it was before. To be honest, most of the stuff I'm going to be showing you guys is in the back of the car here. But, you know, we got all this gutted out. We went ahead, added some more structural bracing back here. You can see how that goes up to the frame rail, if I can get the zip tie out of the frame. It goes up to the chassis up there, and then down to the frame rail right there. We got our taillight mounts done. So the taillights are actually on a nice little swivel right here. So if there's an impact, they can kind of have a little bit of give to them and move out of the way if they need to. We also got the bash bar done, which is a nice thing to mark off the checklist. Tucks up real nice and tight to the bumper right here. Left a little bit of room over here, but you know, that's not a big deal. This section of the car is probably going to run some walls and take an impact anyways. So I would not expect that to stay super tucked in for very long, even if I did that. So body work, obviously, I think I already said that we got the quarters mounted, but the actual bumper is also mounted. So we made these nice little brackets that kind of tie them together. Right now they're just clecoed in place with the little clecos that we have here, and that's just temporary because I was taking them on and off so often when I was doing all this fitting that I just used the clecos to temporarily hold it in place instead of having to get under there and, you know, go through a ton of zip ties, or if I want to nut and bolt it, having to keep unbolting it, rebolting it. The clecos make it really easy to install and remove for mock-ups, so that's why that's all held together like that. But final assembly is probably honestly just going to be zip ties. Just simplicity, easy to remove, stuff like that. And now we are around to the front of the car with what we got done here. So we got our gusset plates done, the front ones for the A-pillar at least. I didn't have time to get around to doing the B-pillar or the inside gusset plates that are going to go on here, but we did get the main A-pillar gusset plates done, so, you know, that's something knocked off my checklist of things I needed to get done, obviously. I'm trying to think if I have any more cage work that needs to be done on this now. Oh yeah, I remember now. The actual cage plates. Cage plates are not welded to the chassis yet, and the tubes are not welded to the plates, so they're all just kind of in there temporarily. You can see the ones in the back there too, kind of, but these all need to get welded to the chassis still, and then I have to TIG the cage onto the base plates. And then one other thing I just remembered I need to get done, which I'll probably get done this weekend, is I need to reinforce this brake mount assembly here. So I just need to make a plate to come up to here just to give it a little bit more rigidity, strengthen it up, and then that should be good. So we are moving along and actually making solid progress finally. Like I said, most of the fab work on this car is almost just about done. Things we still need to finish up. We have to get some rear suspension arms for the car still. We need to get front coilovers for the car. I have to make camber plates for it if the plates that come with the coilovers won't work. Fuel system wise, we added new filters in and did all that, which I've showed you guys in previous videos. I do need to get injectors still, so I was trying to decide what injector I want to go with, but injectors are something that are still on the list of need to get. And then build the engine. So, you know, once the engine's built, after that, I think it's get a drive shaft made, and you know, we're almost ready to go. A couple little body work things I still want to do. I got to figure out what I'm doing for the front for wheel clearance, if I'm going to put a flare on them or maybe try to widen those and then pop molds off them. I'm not 100% sure yet, but that is something that is still on the list. Rear firewall, I still need to finish and do the rear firewall, which maybe I can get around to doing this weekend as well. A couple gusset plates, some stuff like that. So we do have a lot on our plate still, but considering where we were last year and at this point and how much we have gotten done just recently over the last couple months, you know, we're getting a lot closer to actually getting this car done, getting the chassis ready for paint, and then getting it wrapped and, you know, hitting the track with it. So I just want to say thank you guys for all your support. Thanks for watching. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Follow the build along. And, you know, if you want to help support the build and help support the YouTube channel, because I have been investing into the YouTube channel, buying better equipment, you know, better stuff to edit videos with, and software, computers, stuff like that. So if you guys want to help me invest back into the channel and invest back into the build, head over to ShaneWhaleyRacing.com. We have a bunch of cool merch up for sale on there, and you know, it really helped me out, and I'd appreciate the support. Links down in the description as always, and until the next one, I'll catch you guys later.